Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out a track from an act named Crazy Owl titled Pure Columbian Ice Cream. And if we switch over to here, we have the SoundCloud for them. This track has gotten quite a lot, like 144,000 plays is pretty ridiculous. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, enjoy your enormous seductive ice cream during a hot day or night. Taste very good. Happy hip hop track for your pleasure. Lots of personality to this. We're going to listen through this track from start to finish and hear what we think. Let's go, man. Let's go. Hang on. There we go. For the art up here, we got a... Oh, is this State Bridge or something like that? I'm not as familiar as I should be with what this is. I live in New Zealand. We don't really have bridges like this. Cool. Nice groove to the drums. I'm liking the 16th note vibes. Oh, that 808 is sticking in there nice and strong, dude. It's got a bit of punch to it without being overwhelming. You got some atmospheric flickery up hit sequences in there as well in a sense. And a point where there's nothing great with the tom fill. It's kind of funky, isn't it? Hell yeah, man. Where are we going with this? I like how we have this one theme. This bum, 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 and we're layering it and doing different things with it to keeping it fresh throughout that first minute. Ice cream? Oh, that's kind of creepy how it's on either sides, but you take notice of it, don't you? Ooh, ice cream. Ooh. Nice vocal modulation to use the samples and stuff like that. It's a great mix. I like how all the instruments are sitting together. It's nice and polished and reasonably professional. You got this accent on the first beat of every bar, which is great. Like, I'll be honest, just being, what's the word, man? What's the word? Just being pragmatic. I was pragmatic? I don't know, man. I was expecting there to be some rap in here somehow, considering this is hip hop and rap. Is this like more of an instrumental that you would rap over? It sounds better without, like, I'm liking the ambience of it, dude. Future bass synths, and this solo section with the melody happening on the left and the center. So much change with the vocals. There's always something interesting to pay attention to. It could be cool background music for like a video or something like that, but it's also handling its own as a main track. It does sound like ice cream though. Like, it sounds nice and fluffy and full of sugar, man. full of color and craziness. But it's also fairly chill because of some of the elements I'm like picking up from more like sort of relaxed EDM genres. I think it's the drums that are giving that sort of freneticism, that dump. It's just so active, constantly. Well, not constantly, there's parts where there's a break. Apparently I can't make up my mind. Yeah, this has been a journey, hasn't it? There's been quite a lot going on with these. Like, how would you describe some of these synths that we've heard? Alright, well that was Pure Columbian Ice Cream by Crazy Owl. We've got to conclude it, don't we? I just want to take a moment to take in that track. It was an instrumental track. This was an instrumental track. You had vocal samples, but it's not like we were telling a story throughout, or maybe we were, or maybe the collective of the different samples and chops and all that were telling a story. I mean, like, my understanding is that this is Pure Columbian Ice Cream. I'm not sure what to say about Pure Columbian Ice Cream. Is there something special about, without meaning to be rude, is there something special about Pure Columbian Ice Cream? Is this literally about ice cream? Is this a euphemism for something else? Because I listened to Borgore in the early 2010s and ice cream meant something very different. I don't know. It's about ice cream though. The song is about Pure Columbian Ice Cream. It's addictive and it's fantastic apparently, and it's apparently not recommended because it could cause complete brain freeze, melted milk spillage and sugar intoxication. Stay healthy. Great. So there's a lot to think about. These songs, that's what I think the song is about as part of the conclusion. You know, like you had a through composed structure where you had like a main theme that was built upon and modulated and developed and twisted and poked and shoved and tossed around and all sorts, but it kept a similarity and it made sense. The elements within the mix made sense together, even if you had lots of different instruments and synths and filters and faders and stuff like that. The groove was consistent on the drums, even though there were chord note accents. There were all these 16th note ghost notes and stuff. Lots of energy, lots of interesting harmonies, lots of interesting textures, lots of color and lots of fun. This was a really fun track, Pure Columbian Ice Cream. And like, you know, like with major and electronic sort of EDM production like this, with some interesting future bass elements combined with some, I don't know what genre this is. I can hear the hip hop and rap elements with it from an instrumental standpoint. I'm not going to try and tell someone what is or isn't hip hop and rap. I'm not really sure if you could have fit like massive hip hop or rap verses into this anyways. There's so much activity going on that having another lead voice might have been a bit too much. So it's great for what it is. The production, recording, mix and mastering was fairly spot on. Everything sounded reasonably well filtered and EQ'd and positioned in the stereo field. Limiting compression was great. Lots of fun modulation in there, and you know, like it was loud as it needs to be without pumping. You can usually tell if a track's good by its 808 and how that sits in the mix. Lots of space in there, lots of depth, lots of brightness, nice and shiny and fun. Well done. That's effectively my my review though. Of Pure Columbian Ice Cream by Crazy Owl. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this track, feel free to go show Crazy Owl some love via the various social medias. I'm just wondering though, have I forgotten to say anything? Because I've been doing these conclusions recently at the end of the videos, and it's been so helpful because I don't sort of prattle on about unrelated stuff. I don't get distracted or confused. Which shouldn't be happening after, like, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of these reviews. But it still happens occasionally. I just want to say that I enjoyed the track. I don't think I mentioned that just before. I did really enjoy the track. I like the bubbliness and the vibrancy of it. I think it's fun music. I think that's what I love the most out of it. It made me feel like I was going on a little adventure. And it represented the subject matter well, I think. And that's phenomenal. And I really... Because I think this is a new chapter for Crazy Owl in regards to the music they're making. They're releasing this music and trying to establish an audience and further their career, and I wish them the best of luck. But yeah, if you enjoyed Crazy Owl's music, please do go check out the various social medias and SoundCloud page, and stay cool and stay safe. Please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you in the next review. Spider hands up.